right, good afternoon and welcome to Yoga Therapy for PD, Mental Health. And we want to give thank you to the Parkinson's Foundation for supporting these classes. We need a strap, as I mentioned before. So for now, you can just put your strap in the back. We'll sit in the front of the chair, just kind of sitting upright. Roll your shoulders up and back. Move a little bit forward and back in the chair. Just kind of get situated. And then a little forward and back. And then see if you can stand a little taller as we sit nice and even here. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, do so. Otherwise, just find a point, look straight ahead, keep a soft gaze. Begin to connect to a deeper breathing. 3-part breath or Durga Pranayama. That's where the abdomen expands, the ribs and the chest as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, we relax the shoulders away from the ears. We let the tension go. And it's good to do a body scan. Like sometimes we don't even know we're holding tension. So maybe like you check your neck and your face and your shoulders, and if you hold any tension, you exhale and let it go. The abdomen sometimes holds tension because we like to hold the abdomen in. So just feel free to just expand the abdomen, release a little bit. And then we'll begin with an Om, which is good because it'll kind of wake up the system and stimulate the vagus nerve. So we'll rub the palms together, create a little bit of heat in the hands. And then we'll keep the hands right here together at heart center. Breathe in. And then we'll start moving. So we'll start moving side to side. We call this the swimming dragon in Qigong. So even though it's yoga, sometimes we incorporate a little bit of Tai Chi in it, some meditation. And you're opening up through the side of the ribs. You might feel your spine going crack, crack, mine is. And then we'll bring it back to center. We'll press the arms out. And then we'll do a circle here, just kind of starting to warm up the shoulders a little. And then bring it the opposite way. All right, very nice. And then release the hands, bring them over and towards the side, as if you're pushing the walls. Just kind of push one way and then the other way. It's like a tug of war between the two. Very good. And then release those arms down. Turn the palms of the hands facing up and see if you can sit just a little bit taller as you begin to rotate the shoulders up and back. And then roll the shoulders up and forward. All right, roll the shoulders up and back. Keep them there. And then begin to move the head in gentle circles. And then bring it the opposite way. All right, and come back to center. We'll start with some movements, contralateral movements, opposite arm to the leg. Just lifting up and just kind of waking up the body, but also the brain. All right, we'll add a little bit to this. So we'll lift opposite arm leg and then we'll open to the opposite side. And then we'll bring it to center. Up and out to the other side and back to center. Open and back, very good. And one more time. And then we'll come back to center. We'll reach the arms up and lift the heels off the floor. We'll begin to warm up lower body too. We'll push back with the hands and lift the toes off the ground. Up with the heels, arms up. Back with the arms, toes up. Let's do that one more time. Up and then back. Very good. Inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. And we go a little bit from side to side. And see if you can follow the hand towards the side with your head and your eyes. So we start warming up the neck and that lateral rotation. One more time. All right, we go as if we're picking something up from the floor. We bend a little bit and then we go up. And you go to whatever comfort, or maybe you just go to your knees. And as we go through the class, same rule applies. If something doesn't feel good, something is hurting, just modify, skip it, it's okay. All right, last time here. And then we'll come and squeeze the shoulders into the back. We'll bring the elbows towards one another. And we'll squeeze the shoulders into the back. Again. All right, this time push the ceiling with your hands as if you're actually holding the ceiling. And then on the next breath, folding forward once again. Reach the arms back. And then on the next breath, inhale, bring it back up. And twist open to the side. So now we twist the spine. Inhale, bring it all the way up. And all the way down and back. Inhale, bring it up, and then exhale and twist to the other side. Let's do that one more time to each side. So you go up, press back, reach up, and twist to the side. Up we go, down. Last time here, reach up and twist. Inhale, bring it back to center, and then bring the hands together. Release the hands down, hold on to the chair and press the chest up into cobra. Breathe in and breathe out here. All right, this time we twist by holding on to the leg. So you're gonna press the hand, the back of the hand to the leg and the leg into the hand. Bring it to center, again to cobra. So you lift the chest up first, push the chair away. And then we add that twist towards the side. Inhale, one more cobra here. Press the chest up. This time, lower the head down, but keep the chest lifted. Inhale, look up where the wall meets the ceiling. Open the front of the throat. And then down. And last time, up. And then bring it back to center. Very good. All right, so holding on to the hip, we start moving the trunk in circles, up and back and side. And bring it the opposite way. All right, and then bring it back to center. This time we hold the knees. We move into cow and cat. So you inhale cow, and then you round into a cat. So remember, all you're doing is moving the spine into flexion and extension. So you arch your back a little bit, and then you round your back, and you move with your breath, right? So you don't hold any, you just kind of move from one to the other. Let's do one more. And we bring it back into center. Tall spine brings you back. And then you bring the hands together. Interlace your fingers. Move the wrist in circles. And bring it the opposite way. And then side to side. Very good. All right. Open and close the hands like this. Open and close. We'll keep the thumb on the outside and then we'll switch it up. We'll bring the thumb on the inside and pick it up with the 4 fingers. Open again. Again, inside. Try to bring it inside. It's okay, you can go slow. It doesn't have to be fast. Inside and close. Very nice. All right, now we bring it outside again. Outside again. That's it. We'll open one and close the other. You can just keep the thumb on the outside this time. Open one, close the other. Very nice. All right, we go here. Fingers touch the open hand and then they switch. Just waking up the brain. These are called finger gymnastics. Very good. So close. It's like a little flower in the open hand. little flower. All right, now we do a peace sign on an open hand and you tap the fingers. So that's all you're doing, tapping the two fingers. But then we got to switch the hand. Open this one and tap this one. Switch, switch. Very nice. Oh, you're going faster than me, Kay. Go, go, go. Ah, very good. All right, let it go. Shake it up, shake it up. All right, very nice. All right, we'll warm up a little bit more through the lower body. So around we go with that leg. And bring it the opposite direction. All right, we'll bring that leg out to the side, press it, and then reach over and towards that side as you feel comfortable. So it could be a little bit or a lot. Very good. Yeah, if your shoulder bothers you, you can always keep the arm down. You don't need to lift it up. All right, around we go with the other leg. And bring it the opposite way. All right, we'll open that leg to the side and we'll lean towards it. Again, if your shoulder is not comfortable, keep the arm here. But if you can reach the arm, then reach it over. Try to keep your head aligned with your spine so you're not dropping the head to the shoulder. And on the next breath, come back to center. Keep both legs wide open, and then the shoulder comes in the direction of the knee. It doesn't get all the way there, but just getting a little bit of a stretch in that lower back. Bring it to center on an inhale, and over to the other side on your exhale. Very good. Bring it back up, over to the side, over to the side, and then we bring it back to center. All right, turn over and towards this side, and the knee and the toes point the same direction. This leg will go back and you bend the knee a little bit. So you get a little bit of a stretch here through your quad and the front of your hip. Back. And we'll do it one more time. Lift and keep it nice and straight. Bring the arm here. And then we're going to open to the side. You're going to anchor the edge of the foot on the floor. Then you're going to pivot onto the toes again. You're going to open and anchor the edge of the foot. Very good. And back, open, very nice. And then come back to center. Release your right hand there and lift your left arm up and open from that whole arm down through the side and all the way to the leg. Very good. And then let it go. All right, we'll bring it back to center and nice and slow over and towards the other side. Again. Bend the knee, straighten it out, just kind of preparing, right? The leg first. Straighten it out and then bring the arms up. Again, we're opening and pivoting on the edge of the foot. Turn to the front. Open, it's like opening a book. All right. Bring it back to center. Lift that right arm up. The other hand lands here on the leg to help you sort of gently push and do a little bit of a lift. Try to think of that stretch from the back all the way to the arm. Very nice. And then bring it back to center. All right. Walk the feet all the way together. Bounce the feet. So let's wake up the feet a little bit in the knees before we stand up. And if you prefer to stay seated or you need to stay seated, that's okay. You can always do that and modify the movement seated. All right, we lift the heels and we lift all 10 toes. Lift the heels, all 10 toes. One more time. All right, lift the leg up and then rotate around and around. And bring it the opposite way. Release that leg, lift the other leg as high as you can bring it, rotate, and bring it the opposite way. Okay, we're going to engage a little bit through the core muscles. So we're going to start holding onto the chair to begin with, adding a strong zipper through the lower belly, and then we're going to lift the leg up and move it as if you're riding a bike. out and in. So you bend the knee and you straighten that leg out, but not to full range, right? You keep a little bend on the knee. And then pedal backwards. So as I do this, I feel the work in the leg, but I also feel it in the abs because I'm leaning back a little bit without touching the back of the chair, you see? And come back to center. Let's do the other side. Pedal. And I always imagine I have like a little resistance in the bike. So it's not an easy pedal. It's like you're pushing against something a little heavier. And bring it back. All right. Now, we continue with one side, or if you're able to pedal both feet at the same time, just engage and lean back a little bit. Otherwise, you stay with me with one side. Pedal backwards. All right, so if some of you are doing both legs, I want to make sure I give you a break, so move forward a little bit. Take a deep breath, just stretch a little bit through your back, and then bring it back. Again, if you're pedaling both legs, now is the time to again move with both legs. Otherwise, you do the other side with me. And bring it back. Very nice. All right, a little bit more core work. So we're gonna bring the hands here and we're gonna bring elbow in the direction of the knee. They don't have to touch, but the only thing I want is that your elbow crosses the middle of your body. Very nice. Nice pace, we're all together. That never happens. Sometimes people are on one side, the other people are on the other side. It's like as if we're in the same room. That's pretty cool. All right, come back to center, reach those arms up and overhead. And then exhale, forward fold. You can stay here with me, or if you're okay going a little lower, you can put the hands above your feet or above your lower leg. Take 2 breaths here, just stretching a little bit through the back. And then we'll walk the hands here and press up. All right, so pretend you have like a block between the legs. We're gonna go standing and sitting. So there's different stages. I can do this, at least lift the sit bones a little bit off the chair, even holding onto the chair if I need to. But if I'm able to lift myself all the way up, that's where I wanna go. Move back so you can see my head when I stand up. So you can use your hands, or maybe you don't need to use your hands. You can put the hands on the hips and you can stand up and down. Please, any version of that you can, but something. Even if it's just pushing your arms into the chair, right? So you're strengthening a little bit through the upper body if you can't lift the body up. All right, last one. And then we'll sit down. Just extend the leg, give the knee a little moment. All right, so we're gonna use the strap next. Again, if you don't have a strap, it could be a towel, a TheraBand. So we're gonna begin opening the arms. We'll do a little shoulder stretch and then we'll go to the legs. So we'll go up and then lower down. And you want the arms wide because we're gonna go behind the head. And I wanna make sure your shoulders stay nice and safe there. If there's any shoulder issues, you're gonna stay right here. But if your shoulders are okay, you're gonna come behind the head, bend the elbows, and bring it back. Up and behind the shoulders, or by the shoulders, and back. All right, see if you can go all the way back, straight arms, keeping the elbows from bending. So you wanna keep the arms straight. If it's too short, open the grip. The wider the grip, the easier it's gonna be to bring those arms back. And again, it could be any amount. Doesn't have to be all the way back there. All right, and then bring it back and just roll the shoulders back, give it a moment. All right, for this one, you do want to close it a little bit. You bring the arms up and then you're just going side to side. Bring it back, side to side. Now notice how when we go to one side, we might be able to go a little deeper than the other side. I don't know you, but at least I can. It's like, woof, what is happening on that other side? Bring it back. Last one to each side. All right, and then bring it here, stay here, and all you're gonna do is round your back like this, your upper back, and then pull on this strap. Deep breath in, full breath out. All right, and then let it go. Release and move the shoulders. You can move the wrist a little bit, shake the arms, and then we're gonna get to the legs, but I wanna make sure you give the shoulders a little bit of a break. All right, you're gonna come here and hold the strap like this. You're gonna move the leg a little bit out and in, just a little. Try to keep it straight. All right, you're gonna grab the strap with your left hand and bring that leg out into the side, but you're gonna keep your torso to the front and this knee pointing to the front of the room. So the only thing going to the side is that leg. Slowly bring it back to center, and now you're gonna lift that leg a little higher and lower without bending the knee. For 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold it. Press the heel out. Careful if you have a TheraBand, that sometimes they like to release and snap. Very good, and then we'll let it go. Again, if you need to release the hands or do any movement before you switch. Again, you're holding with both hands and you just open and close first. And then you open to the side, just hold the strap with your right hand. Try to keep that leg straight. Inhale, bring it up. And then again, it's up as high as it feels comfortable for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it on the up. Walk the hands maybe a little close. Flex the foot, moving the toes towards your knee. And we slowly let it go. All right, we can put the strap in the back again. And now we're gonna come to standing. If you need a chair to stand up and have a second chair in front of you, have somebody bring that chair to you. Otherwise, we just come behind our own chair. We wanna be behind the chair just because, we wanna make sure we can hold on to it once we start doing balance if needed. All right, if you want a little water before we start, si quieren un poquito de agua, Patricia. All right, while we wait for everybody to come back, you find mountain pose first and foremost. So remember, you're stacking your shoulders over your hips. You're bringing the hips right over the heels, tucking the head in, and trying to stand as tall as you can as the fingers reach towards the ground. Okay. On the next breath, inhale, reach those arms up and overhead. And on the exhale, hinging at the hips with a straight spine, forward fold. Hold on to your chair. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale into downward facing dog. So you're gonna press back. So I like to turn around in my chair all kinds of ways so you can see me better. But if you have space, you always keep your chair facing the front. That way you're not turning your chair in 100 directions. Bring your right foot between the legs of the chair and push that chair away. Right foot forward, left foot back. Lift the back heel off the floor and drop it down. Lift the back heel, drop it down. One more time. All right, see if you can release your right arm up and towards the ceiling. Maybe your left arm if that feels okay for you. All right, if you can balance, you lift it up. Very good. Straighten out through the front leg, and now you fold forward for pyramid. So both legs are going to be straight. You can keep the hands here, or you can walk the hands a little closer to the seat of the chair. Depends on what chair you have, because sometimes it doesn't have a space like this open, so it doesn't really work lowering the hands down. Inhale your next breath, bend the knees, and then you're gonna pick up that back leg. 1 or 2 steps is gonna bring you forward and back into that mountain pose. Long breath, long body. Again, you reach the arms up on an inhale. We forward fold on the exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. So you press all the way back to flat back, legs straight. Bring your left leg between the legs of the chair. Keep your right leg back. So remember, your front knee is bent, your back leg is straight. Again, you're lifting the back heel off the floor. Place it down. 2. And 1 more time. Once you anchor, bend the front knee. See if you can lift your left arm up. Maybe your right arm if your balance is okay. Keep breathing. So you hear me say something like ideally you want to look straight ahead, and then I'll say something to get you out of the pose. So while you're holding, you're breathing, you're focusing on your body. Lower the hand down, straighten out through the front leg. We find pyramid pose next. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, you can lower the hands down, or you can keep them right where you have them. All right, 1 or 2 steps that are going to bring us up. So up you come and then step forward. Again, you're back into that mountain pose, nice and tall. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, so again, you're right here, right? Looking at me, so it's a little easier. You don't have to like turn your head around. I position myself like this because otherwise you don't see my legs and it's kind of hard to know what's going on. We're just gonna pedal the feet. So you're gonna lift one heel, the other heel, and throughout, if you don't need to hold on to your chair, it could be one hand or both hands on your hip. I always hold on just in case people need to. All right, we're gonna rock into the heels and into the toes. So, but this is what I don't want, because that's a hip hinge. So you keep your body upright and then you lift the feet, the front of the feet, but you stay on your heel, but don't push the hips back. Lift into the toes, back, lift the heels, the toes into the heels. Back. Yeah, just stay nice and tall. Very good. One more time. All right, pedal the feet again. So you're bending one knee, lifting one heel. All right, on that next breath, we're gonna sit in an imaginary chair. And then we're gonna press back, sort of how we did at the beginning when we were warming up in the chair. Sit, push the hips back, bring the arms back, push back. Very good, one more time. And press back. All right, this time we find the chair, we hold down with the left hand and add a twist to the right side, but keeping the knees pointing towards the chair. So only twist your spine. Inhale, bring it to center and give it a little break. Sit down again, lift the left arm and twist towards that left side. Inhale, bring it back to center, give it a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, it's gonna be a wide-legged forward fold next. So your legs are gonna go like this, and you're gonna fold forward with your chair, always with your chair. Yeah, you stay in the same position. I turn so you can see. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, if you're able to hold here and put the forearms and maybe the forehead rests on the forearm, just don't put too much weight on your arms. Keep your head like that and just allow the breath to deepen. Inhale on your next breath. Press first, arms into the chair, toe heel the feet together, and come into mountain pose. Breath in and breath out. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of balance. Again, you're right behind your chair like this. So you can hold on if you need to, because now we're gonna be lifting the leg off the ground. So you're gonna cross your right leg and cross it behind. And if you're here, right, you're a little bit away from the back of the chair, so that you can cross the leg and not get tangled up. One more time. All right, let's do that on the other side. Cross, cross behind. All right, very nice. Now we go side to side. You lift that leg to the side and then to the other side, as high as you can get it. All right, next time the right leg lifts, you're gonna hold it there. Hold it here. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back to center, lift the other leg, hold it. All right, we're doing the same thing as we swing the leg forward and back. Now, as you move it forward and back, just be careful you don't hit yourself on the leg, on your leg. Forward and back. And let's do the same with this one, forward and back. All right, next time the right leg lifts all the way up, you're gonna bring it back. You're gonna bend the knee and kick the leg up. So keep the knee up, bend the knee, up. 3, 4, 5, hold it here, and if you can, extend the opposite arm. If you need both hands on the chair, then just keep the hand there, that's okay. Release that hand there, and then you're gonna reach for the leg. So if you can grab it, you grab it. If that's too much, don't reach for it. If you know that that's gonna be too much, just don't even go for it. Very good, good job. And then bring it back. Woof, shake the legs a little bit. All right, we go on the other side. So now the other leg is gonna lift. You're gonna keep the knee up and it's gonna bend and it's gonna straighten. Just preparing the leg for what's coming. 3. On the one you hold it here, bring the heel into the glute. Opposite arm, if you can, extend forward. Release that arm down, and again, you reach back for the foot, for your ankle, if you can. If not, just stay right here. I know one side is a little more challenging than the other side. That's it, and then you're done with that. Let it go. Find that mountain pose that gets the heart rate back to normal, gets the body back to center. All right, open the feet a little bit, reach the arms up, and then hold below your wrist, and then you're gonna add a little bit of a bend to this side. It's like you're giving it a little help. Inhale, arms up, hold below the wrist, and gently bring it to this side. Yeah, if it bothers you, just keep the arm here, and then it's just the other arm that's lifting. Come back to center this time, interlace the fingers in the back, open the chest as you move the arms back, keeping the elbows straight but not locked. All right, move the head over to the right, only the head, and over and to the left. One more time, over to the right, over to the left. And then slowly release the arms, roll the shoulders. All right, we go a little side to side. So lift your toes, let the arms swing as much as you can. All right, we're gonna find balance next. We're gonna find eagle pose. So if we're able to cross the leg like this and put it on the floor, then that's fine. If not, maybe it's just the toes that are on the ground, heel up, because we can hold on to the chair. So I'd rather you do the arms than the balance, because we're gonna do more balance in a moment. So bring your right arm underneath the left, and you're just stacking the elbows like this, as close as you can get the elbows together. Now, let's say my elbows don't lock like that, then you can just hold your shoulders instead. You can do this. Careful, like start with the arms if you want, yeah. But if your arms hook like this, then Put the hands in this position. Very good. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, you might be on with your heel up. Maybe it's just the arms and no leg doing balance. Just see how you feel. All right, switch the arms first. So the other arm is going to be on the top now. And again, you only lift the heel if it's comfortable. You cross the leg only if you have the balance. And then we'll slowly let it go. Just roll the shoulders back. All right, we'll do some warrior poses and then we're gonna make it back to the chair soon. So the foot is gonna go between the legs of the chair. We're gonna come into warrior two first, right? So right here. All right, we're gonna move that warrior. So you're gonna inhale, lift the arms up, straighten out the leg, bend the knee, bring the arms back. 2 and 3. Back to warrior 2. Straighten out the leg and either hold the back of the chair or see if you can get to the seat of the chair. That's why I have you on this side, because maybe you can put the hand on the seat. And then see if you can look up towards the ceiling, towards that hand. Breathe in, and breathe out. Inhale, bring yourself back through that warrior 2. And then reach all the way back to revolve warrior, straight leg. Lower that hand down and then turn the hands, and it's going to be a lower down dog. So you're going to push away from the chair all the way back into the down dog. You can keep your head above the heart if your head cannot be below the heart. Inhale, bringing it back to center. Walk the feet all the way in. And then we do opposite arm leg. You're going to extend out and then switch a bird dog. Out. Very good. Out. And last time. All right, bend the knees and slowly transition up. Come to heart center. Take an in breath and an out breath. All right, we're going to do that whole sequence on the other side, on the other leg. So you're coming on the other side of your chair, so you can put the foot between the legs, right on this side. And then you're going to open to warrior 2 on this side. You move this way so you can get my arms up. So once you get into that warrior 2 position, so if you go on the other side of your chair, then you can see me. Otherwise, you can turn around. Yeah, good idea. All right, so you lift the arms up. But we're doing the other leg now. Make sure it's the other leg that's bending now. Yeah, good. Up. And one more time. Up. And then exhale, lower down, finding triangle. Right? If you don't need the chair, then the hand can go here. See if your gaze can go up to the ceiling. Notice how that changes the balance. Or it might change your balance. It might not. Maybe you have great balance. Keep breathing. Inhale, bring yourself back, bend the knee. And then again, we're going all the way back, straighten out the leg, back to revolve warrior. Inhale, bend the knee, cartwheel the hands down to the chair, pivot the toes, and then you're gonna go again into a down dog, right? So you're gonna press all the way back to a down dog. Come back so we can find those opposites. So bird dog, extend it out. We have 2 bird dogs on each side. Once you do 2 on each side, take your time if you're not done. Bend the knees and then slowly reach it all the way up. And then you're back to center. All right, find that mountain pose. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, we're going to finish with tree pose and then we're going to sit down. So finding the tree pose, remember if you're able to bring the foot up or below the knee, above or below the knee, do that. If your arms can be out, then have them out. Otherwise, just make sure you're holding on to something, even if it's both hands on that chair. Slowly bring it back, just walk it off a little bit, and then you're gonna find the other side of that tree pose once you're ready. Again, arms can go into branches or one branch. If you're doing one arm, just make sure you switch the arm. All right, very nice, and then let it go. All right, we'll come to sit down again. And if you want more water, you can have a little bit more water if you like. I mean, you can always have water, you don't need permission, but just giving you some time to find water. All right, so we're coming into a figure 4 stretch. If your foot cannot come here because of your knee or your hip, you cross the foot at the bottom and you let the knee drop towards the side, right? So that'll be the modification if my leg cannot come up here. All right, we're moving forward towards that leg a little bit, but keeping the chest lifted. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, bring it back, reach the arms up towards the ceiling and add a little twist, gently pressing that knee down. Very good. Draw the leg towards you. So you're going to find like a little triangle here, and the knee comes in the direction of your shoulder, so you get the outer part of the leg to stretch. And then slowly let it go. Just move that leg a little bit and then release. Again, you're either putting this foot here or you're bringing it all the way up here, whatever is comfortable for you, and then you're moving a little bit forward. Find your breath. Inhale that next breath, lift the arms up and overhead, and then add that twist to the side. Press the knee down to the floor with that hand. Inhale slowly, lower the foot a little bit, and then bring the leg in towards your chest. Inhale, bring it back to center. Release, and again, move the leg a little bit. All right, we finished with the forward fold. So you can either fold just to here, or if you're comfortable bringing the hands right here. Now make sure your back is nice and straight. If you're able to walk the hands forward and lower the head, just make sure your head can be below the heart if you're doing this version. So any version that works for you, right? If this one's more comfortable, just stay here. Take a deep breath in and long exhale. Take a deep breath in and long exhale. One more time. And then very slowly travel back until you travel up the legs, hands above the knees, so that you can slowly press yourself back up. Toe heel the feet together, and we're coming all the way into the back of the chair. If you like doing your final relaxation either on the sofa or on your bed, you can always sort of drift it that way. Otherwise, just come all the way into the back, get comfortable, Maybe the palms of the hands can be facing down on your legs. Allow your eyes to close if that's comfortable. Otherwise, just eyes open is okay. Just find a place and keep your soft gaze there. Find a slow inhale, a little bit of a longer exhale. Do a body scan again, from the head to the toes. See if there's anywhere in the body where you still are holding tension or tightness, or there's any sort of holding. See if you can let it go. Let's find a bumblebee breath. That's where we inhale and we buzz like a bumblebee. We'll do it 3 times, nice and gentle. Inhale. The buzzing is your exhale. 2 more times, in breath. One last time. Try to relax for a couple minutes. Just soften into the chair, release any tension. Say to yourself silently, I relax fully into this moment. I relax fully into this moment. Beginning to slowly deepen the breath, connecting to sounds you might hear around you. Find movement in toes and fingers. Allow your eyes to open. We'll take a couple breaths together. Reach arms on an inhale. And bring the hands to center on your exhale. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take a moment of gratitude towards yourself for showing up to do your yoga practice. Find that connection between mind and body. You can say your name and they say thank you, or thank you and then your name, either way. Namaste. All right. Thank you again to the Parkinson's Foundation for their support. And we'll see you guys twice in April. Thank you.